the last 10% of the book had me on the edge of my seat, and I don't think I'm okay. Hello guys, welcome to this reading vlog. I am so excited for this vlog. Today's reading vlog is going to be me reading the first two books in the Calloway Sisters spin-off series. If you missed it, I have already read... Okay, sorry, I just got so confused I couldn't find the books. I've already read the first book in the Addicted series, Addicted. I read Ricochet, and I read Addicted for now. I filmed this all, and this was a separate reading vlog. And I am now reading the first two books in the Calloway Sisters series on my Kindle. I didn't want to buy the copies of them because I don't like the way the covers look. But we're going to be vlogging that. It's going to be a reading vlog. We're going to read it together. We're going to talk about it. I'm not going to put any spoilers like in the main part of the vlog. There will be a part at the end where I warn you guys, let you know. I'm going to talk about like actual things that happen in the book so we can talk about it together. And if you've read it, we can talk about what's going on. Guys, so it is Thursday, March 10th. And it is late at night. It's like 9 o'clock, and I think we're gonna start the Calloway Sisters spin-off books. So I was just editing my reading vlog for the first two books in the Addicted series, and I decided to stop it there. And I bought the third book, which is Thrive, and I started it last night. I got like 5 chapters in, and I was like, you know what? I really want to read the order that like it's recommended, and it's recommended to read the two Calloway Sister books now and not Thrive, like read Thrive after. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of nervous for this book that I might not like it, that it'll be hard to be in, because I don't really like Connor and Rose. They're not my favorites. They're probably my least favorite out of all of the characters that were in the other books. I am excited to read about Reich and Daisy, but I don't know, I don't really like Connor and Rose, but obviously I want to read the whole series, so we're gonna give it a try. So we're starting this book. Quick update. Also, I'm definitely wearing Christmas pajamas, but I just got to chapter 2, and maybe I won't hate it as much. I didn't realize that it's actually filmed like real time, like the same time that the last book just ended. I thought for some reason it was gonna be like Rose and Connor's story, like from their point of views when they met, or not met, but like started dating. So I thought we were gonna like reread kind of like what we read in the last two books. But this is actually picking up from the end of Addicted after all. Alright, I wanted to give an update because I've read quite a bit tonight. I think I'm about like 63% into the book. It's about 11 o'clock. I just took a break because I was getting really tired, but I wanted to shower before bed because I needed my hair to be clean for tomorrow morning. I have a really early work meeting, so that's where we're at. But I think I got about 2-ish, maybe a little bit more hours in collectively of reading tonight, and I think I'm like flying through the book a little bit. I'm like more than halfway done. I'm actually loving Rose. I feel like in the last few books she was kind of like just painted out as like a bitch. I don't know if you can say that on YouTube without being censored, but like hearing stuff from her point of view and Connor's point of view, and like learning about how much her like childhood kind of affected the way she is and like why she acts the way she is, and like her protection for her sisters and stuff, I actually do really like her. And I actually really like how spicy like Connor and Rose are being in this book, because obviously the other books are all focused around Lily and her addiction, and it's not really about like anybody else's like sex life at all. And I like how it's like showing like Connor trying to break down her walls and her barriers and like her insecurities, and like even though she's so like dominant outside the bedroom, she's like so scared inside the bedroom. And yeah, I don't normally like reading like spicy things, and it's not even like the spice that's getting me, it's just like the raw realness of their relationship. And I actually do really like this book. I do miss reading like Lil and Low, obviously, but I like how they're still like in the book. I like how we're learning a lot more about like Daisy as well, and I'm liking this book a lot more than I thought I would, so I'm glad that I did choose to read it. I have been reading for the last like hour, not really, and I'm 89% done with the book, and something just happened, so this will be a little spoiler I guess, but they're all at the bar for Lil and Low's bachelorette party, and some guy just punched Rose, and like Connor just said like just as Rake disappears through the door to go outside, I glance over my shoulder to make sure that Lily and Lauren are following, but I noticed Scott close by speaking to Brett, both of them laughing and smiling together. I have a horrible feeling. I am nervous. I'm 89% done and the wedding is about to happen, and I just know that Scott is gonna have something up his sleeve. I just finished and I don't think I'm okay. Okay, I just want to say, like, going into this, I didn't even want to read this series. Okay, I literally was like, I don't care about any other characters except for Lily and Lo. And now I'm like, I want another book of Connor and Rose, which I'm pretty sure there is another book. But I mean, like, first of all, the last 10% of the book had me on the edge of my seat. The fact that Scott is such a piece of crap gets me. I cannot believe he recorded them. Honestly though, it was a great twist. I did not see it coming at all. Literally at all. And the wedding, when it was for Rose, I like, at first I didn't get it. I had to like go back and reread it. And then I was like, no freaking way, that's the cutest thing I've ever heard of, because like Lily and Lo are getting what they want. They get their time. Rose getting what she wants. It's midnight and I'm about to buy hot house flour. Alright, it's downloading and I think we're gonna get into it tonight. Alright guys, it's the morning time. I have like leftover mascara on my face, blah blah blah. But I wanted to give a quick reading update. I just got to the 41% mark, so I'm almost halfway through the book and I'm really not liking it. So I feel like with Rose and Connor, I like didn't want to read it, but like within a few chapters I was obsessed and I wanted to learn more about them, their relationship, etc. But this book with Daisy and Mike, I feel like it's a super slow burn almost, but also like not, because literally nothing has happened up until this point and I'm almost halfway through the book, and like coming from all of the other books that are so like romance intense and love intense, and then getting to this where it's just like so boring, it's kind of hard to get into, and I'm hoping to finish it today. So okay, I finished Hot House Flower. I feel like I didn't have that many things to stop and talk about in Hot House Flower. It was just not my favorite book. So I'm going to go over a brief little thoughts on Hot House Flower and then overall on both. So for Hot House Flower, I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. It kind of was very similar to like Ricochet for me. Like I feel like obviously you need it in the series for the character development and the plot thickening, but I didn't love it. It was a very slow burn in terms of romance, because every other book was like romance, and I feel like this book, I think I got 45% into the book before anything happened like that, and so that part was like boring to me. It was hard for me to like keep reading, but then once we got to the parts where like stuff was going on, I was like, okay, it's like not that bad. I really do like Bryke and Daisy. I like how they're both kind of like the odd ones out in the group in a way, and they have, it's just like interesting how everybody has their own story, and like when you get to read it from their point of view, it just makes you like them a lot more, because originally I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like them. Kind of the same with Rose and Connor, but it was interesting because you don't really hear much from Bryke in the other books in general, and so seeing how much like he's hurt by like wanting a relationship with his brother, being jealous of Connor, like all that stuff. And I think it was really interesting how he brought up points about Daisy always being left out and like not wanting like the attention on her when like her sisters have their own issues going on, like in the end of the book when they find out that like Lily is pregnant, but that was the day that she wanted to talk about like everything that's been going on her life. I never really looked at it until he brought that issue up, and that's so true. Like they really do, like Daisy just has to take a back seat in life to everything. I hate their mother, Samantha Calloway. You're the worst. I don't think that the age gap really bothered me. I don't like her. In my opinion, there were so many other wrong things going on in Daisy's life. Like the last thing I was worried about was the fact that he was 25. I also don't really think it's that gross because they kind of like grew up in a way together, not for like super long, but a few years. Obviously they trust each other, etc. I don't really know. I know a lot of people like were kind of iffy about the age gap. I don't really care. I feel like the fact that they were making her starve herself is a bigger problem. But so yeah, I'm kind of like mixed reviews. Like I really did like this book because it was interesting to learn about them, but it was also just kind of felt a little boring to me. So I don't know. And I'm also confused about their dad, like Lauren and Rick's dad. Like I don't know what to believe and I don't know how to feel about him. But yeah, I definitely think that Rose and Connor's book was my favorite so far. I feel like they had the most, like, I didn't picture Rose and Connor to be like that until it was in their point of view. The fact that both Rose and Lily are pregnant is kind of like weird to me, because I'm like, so if I'm correct, I have 2 more addicted books, then another 2 Calloway sister books, and then the wrap up. So I'm hoping that like when we get to the Rose and Connor's book again, it's really good. I'm excited to read more about them, but I'm also excited to dive into Thrive and get back into Lil and Lo, because obviously I haven't been with them for the last 2 books. I mean, they are mentioned throughout the books, but like briefly, and like you're not in their head and seeing what's happening. And they did mention that Lo was like relapsing, so that's kind of interesting. I want to read about it from his point of view and Lily's point of view. And yeah, I actually definitely enjoyed reading these books. I was scared I wouldn't, but I did, and I am going to be reading the whole entire series. I think that they have books for their kids too. I don't know, like I feel like watching these videos is funny because I'm like so like I don't have all the knowledge, because I don't want to look up anything because I'm afraid to see spoilers, so I'd rather just kind of like go as I am. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I didn't like talk about the books too much. They were both like pretty quick. I think they were like 400 pages and there's only 2 of them. But the next reading vlog will be the next 2 books in the Addicted series, then the Calloway Sisters series, and then the wrap up. So we have 3 more videos in this like little Addicted series reading vlogs that I'm doing here on my channel. I am actually just about to upload the first one. Obviously it'll be up by the time you guys see this. Like this is, I'm pre-filming these, but I'm excited to see if you guys are gonna enjoy this. And yeah, I have to get ready for work and stuff now, but I probably will start Thrive today. That'll be a separate vlog, so if you see me in this outfit again, that's why. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next one.